Hello, and a warm welcome to those of you who are new to my channel and to those of you who are returning. Thank you so very much for taking the time to join me today. My name is Elise, and as a professional working makeup artist who's specialized in working with hundreds of women over the age of 50 over the last 7 years, I can honestly say that one of the most important things that we can do to go from good to gorgeous is to wear makeup colors that will make our skin look radiant and wear eyeshadow colors that will make our eyes pop. So if this sounds like something you're interested in exploring, let's get right into it. A few years ago, I was teaching a makeup techniques class for those of us over 50, and a woman came up to me and whispered in my ear, "I hope you'll talk about wearing the right colors because everyone around here wears beige." And quite honestly, that wasn't far from the truth. Now, some of us can look gorgeous in beige, but for others of us, that color will absolutely wash us out and make us look lifeless. And I definitely fall into the latter category. Do any of you remember this particular book from the 1980s? Carol Jackson, the author, did a really brilliant thing by categorizing certain types of colors by seasons. I imagine some of you right now are smiling, remembering that you're a winter, a summer, a spring, or a fall. Many of us carried around swatches of fabrics, remember that? Or cards with colors printed on them to help us shop for the color clothing that would be the most flattering for us. For those of you who aren't familiar with this concept, and for those of you who might find it fun to see these colors again, here are the colors for each season that were shown in Carol's book. These are the colors that look best for those of us who were described as winters. Here are the colors that work best for summers, and these are gorgeous autumn colors. And you can certainly see how different spring colors are from the autumn colors just previously. And I think this next photo is the best example in the book of what a difference it can make to wear clothing and makeup colors that work best for us. Notice the makeup colors specifically in this particular photo. This woman is a winter, and as you can see, the photo on the far right is so much more complementary to her skin tone in every possible way. And also look at the difference in the makeup colors. So the important question becomes, how do we know which clothing and makeup colors are the ones that will make us look absolutely gorgeous and really shine? Well, it all comes down to the undertone of our skin. And though our skin tone may get lighter as we get older, the undertone of our skin never changes. It's based on how much of these three pigments that we have in our skin: melanin, which is brown, keratin, which is yellow, and hemoglobin, which is red. And because our skin acts as a thin filter, it's the tone just under the surface, our undertone, that determines whether our undertone is cool, warm, or neutral. Those with a cool undertone, the summer and winter seasons, have blue undertones, and those with a warm or golden undertone fall under the umbrella of the autumn or spring seasons. And if you have a neutral undertone, which is somewhere in between, you're really quite fortunate because you can wear some of the less intense colors from each of the seasons. If you're not sure of your undertone or want to confirm it, let's run through the 9 questions that we can ask to help determine the undertone of our skin. And by the way, it's helpful to cover up your hair when you go through these questions. And you may also want to pause this video and get a mirror. I'm going to go ahead and cover my hair right now. Now, the first thing we want to do is look at the underside of our wrist. Are the veins blue or green or somewhere in between? Blue equals cool undertone, green equals warm, and somewhere in between usually means neutral. Let me show you my wrist and see if you can tell what the undertone is. Now, this may not be easy to determine, but don't get discouraged because answers to the next 8 questions can give us some more clues. So the second question is, which looks better on you, gold or silver jewelry? Cover up your hair and hold silver jewelry next to your face and then gold jewelry. And then try to determine if there's one color which looks better against your skin. Silver jewelry works better with cool skin tones, and gold is better with warm undertones. And those with neutral skin tones can wear both. So first, let's take a look at gold tone jewelry. And I try to get chunky, big jewelry, which might show off a little bit better. And now let's take a look at some silver jewelry. Do you have a sense of what looks better on me? As someone who has a cool undertone, the silver works a little bit better for me. The third question is really an important one, and that question is, do you tan or do you burn? Usually those of us with warm undertones will tan, and those of us with cool undertones will burn. And if you burn and then tan, you may fall into that neutral category. This fourth question is a little odd, but bear with me. Bend your ear forward. Does it look more pink, which would be a cool undertone, or yellow, which would be a warm undertone? So what I'm going to do is bend this ear forward. I don't know if you can see. And then try and get a sense of whether there's more pink or more yellow in the skin tone. The next one, number 5, is an interesting one. Close your eyes for just a moment and visualize a bright fuchsia lipstick and a bright orange lipstick. Now you may dislike both, but chances are you'll like one at least a little bit more than the other one. If you prefer fuchsia, you are more drawn to cool tones and most likely have a cool undertone. If you chose orange, you gravitate toward warm colors and chances are you have a warm undertone. For number 6, you'll want to check in your closets to find some bright pink or yellow fabric, or you can also use bright gold or silver. Then what you want to do is cover up your hair like I've done and take a moment to drape each of the fabrics around your shoulders so you can see your face and neck. Which color makes your skin look brighter and more alive? I hope this doesn't muffle my microphone too much, but here's what the yellow looks like around my neck. And now let's try the pink. Do you have a sense of which one works better for me? You probably do at this point. And if you probably notice the colors I usually wear, you probably have a really good clue that way as well. So the question to ask is, which color makes your skin look brighter and more alive? If silver or fuchsia perks up your skin tone, you have a cool undertone. And if bright yellow and gold look best, you have a warm undertone. If you can wear both equally well, you probably have a neutral undertone. Our next question, number 7, can often be especially helpful. The question is, which neutral tones are most flattering to your skin? If bright white, black, and gray look great on you, your undertone is most likely cool. But if you definitely look better wearing ivory or tan, you're a warm undertone. Let me demonstrate with a couple of different tops in different colors. So here's a top that's definitely very beige. Let's take a look and see what you think. And now let's try a silver gray color. For me, as a cool undertone person, the gray definitely works better for me than the beige, although I absolutely love beige and I'd love to be able to wear it. Number 8 requires an 8.5 by 11 sheet of white paper. What you want to do is hold it next to your neck and the bottom part of your face, without makeup on, of course. What color do you see in your skin next to that white paper? Can you see more pink or can you see more yellow? Let's try the other side too. And the last question, number 10, is probably the most important one. What color top, blouse, or scarf always draws compliments when you wear it? If the color falls on the warm side of the color wheel, the reds, the corals, or the yellows, you most likely have a warm undertone. But if the color is on the cool side of the color wheel, the blues or the blue purples, you most likely have a cool undertone. Now, if you're still unsure of your undertone, and this can certainly be the case for many of us, when it's safe to do so, invite over several friends and go through this process together. Objective opinions can be really helpful, and the whole process can really be a lot of fun. And there's one important concept in the Color Me Beautiful book that I want to mention that I think went a bit under the radar for many of us. It's something the author Carol Jackson said about shade and intensity of color. She said, and I'm going to quote here, "You can wear almost any color. It's the shade and intensity that counts. Spring colors are clear, delicate, or bright with yellow undertones. Autumn's colors are stronger with orange and gold undertones. And winter's colors are clear, vivid, or icy with blue undertones. And summer's colors are cool and soft with blue undertones. So let me share with you an example of this. As a winter with a cool undertone to my skin, bright golden yellows do not work well for me. And that's an understatement. But that doesn't mean that I can't wear yellow. What I can wear is an icy yellow, a yellow with a lot of white in it, like this suit jacket I'll show you. So here's a yellow that I definitely can wear. It's a softer yellow with a lot of white in it. So let's now specifically focus on best colors of makeup based on our skin undertone. If we have a cool undertone, the blush and lipstick colors that look best are cool pinks, berries, plums, and blue reds. And for those of us with warm undertones, the best colors are peaches, corals, tangerines, oranges, and red orange. Let me go ahead and share some lipstick and blush swatches with you. As you can see, these colors would work beautifully for those of us with cool undertones. And here are the colors I carry in my kit that work best for warm undertones. There's some gorgeous peach colors, some corals, some deeper oranges. Those can look gorgeous. So let me share some colors with you that work beautifully on warm undertones. At the very top, there is a Pat McGrath lipstick called Emmanuel. Underneath it is Charlotte Tilbury lipstick called Very Laura. And beneath it, there is a blush color from Clinique that's called Robust Rhubarb. And I love this apricot color from the Selena Gomez collection called Stay Vulnerable. And here's some great lipstick and blush colors for cool undertones. At the top is a berry color from Clinique. Underneath it is Raspberry Pop, also from Clinique. And then there's a berry color from Maybelline. Underneath that is a lighter pink color called Love Pop from Clinique. And at the very bottom is a blush color from Clinique called Roly Poly Rosy. And here's another gorgeous blush color from Selena Gomez's Stay Vulnerable blush collection. This one is Berry. Now let's go ahead and switch to our eyes. The most important eyeshadow color that we can wear is a color that makes our own eye color more obvious. So for instance, blue eyeshadow with blue eyes means that all the blue colors will blend together and the eyes won't stand out. What we want to do is go with the colors on the color wheel that are complementary or opposite on the color wheel from our eye color. About a year ago, I did a YouTube video featuring a mini makeover session with my friend Becky, who has gorgeous green eyes. And when I suggested using a reddish-brown color eyeshadow, she didn't say anything, but later she told me she'd been extremely skeptical. But she loved it, and the reason why it really made her eyes stand out and look even more beautiful was because it was a complementary color to her eye color. And by the way, I'll put a link to that video in the description box if you want to take a look at it. So choosing a complementary color, which as I mentioned is the color just opposite your eye color on the color wheel, is really a great choice. So let's take a look at a color wheel. This particular one is designed for makeup artists, so there's a little bit more detail here than the basic color wheel. But you can easily find this color wheel online by simply Googling makeup artist color wheel. So again, take a look for your eye color and then look directly opposite on the color wheel, and that will be your complementary color, which will be really fantastic on your eyes. So as you saw on the color wheel, for blue eyes, what works are warm shades of neutral beiges and browns, terracotta colors, and also colors with a hint of orange or gold. And deeper browns also look great. In the description box below, what I'll do is list all the different eye colors and what eyeshadow colors look the best with each eye color. Now you may have noticed that complementary colors are usually opposite in terms of being warm or cool. So one easy way to remember what color combinations might look especially good for you is to combine a warm and a cool color together. So for example, if I decided to wear neutral brown eyeshadow colors, I might want to add just a touch of light or medium orange to give a little more pop to the look. And by the way, neutral eyeshadow colors in beiges and browns pretty much work well for all of us. Well, we've covered a lot, and I hope it's been helpful, and if so, please click on the thumbs up icon and give this video a like. And if you haven't already done so, please also hit that subscribe button. And when you also hit the bell icon, you'll be notified each Thursday when a new video is available. I thought it might be fun today in the comment section below to share with each other one thing that today has brought a smile to our face. For me, it was seeing a beautiful red bird called a vermilion flycatcher, who was perched on a volleyball pole when I walked through the park near our house today. I'd love to hear what brought you some joy today. Until next Thursday, I send you sincere wishes for your good health and happiness, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Take care.